quarterback can do. If you're not giving me, I mean, you might be right, but give me a shot to prove you right. You know what I mean? It's easy to say that you're right when you're not given a shot to see what the alternative perspective is. So yeah, it is easy to say somebody is a better quarterback than him.
But that's like perception, paint narrative. If you say it enough, people might believe it. What about people who actually got football knowledge and seen this motherfucker on the field playing professionally? It ain't like he never been in a game. Like, we actually seen him play. So if you get out his stats per games he been in and compare that to who y'all speaking on, then see how y'all judging. What scale y'all judging on?
Because you haven't given them the opportunity to quarterback shit.
Right.
So, it's crazy. Like I said, that's
they offering contracts to motherfuckers who ain't played football in 5, 6, 7
I'm
years.
talking about Al Bundy. It's crazy.
Not Al Bundy.
Motherfuckers is on the phone with him like, man, I'm too fat to play football. They like, well, come on, man, give it a shot.
Al Bundy.
Nothing beats a failure but a good try.
Exactly.
Or some shit like that. I be getting my quotes mixed up.
But salute to him for, and then one.
Nothing beats a failure but a try, period. That's the way it goes. But think about it. If you don't try, you don't know if you could have failed or not. So that's worse than failing. So trying beats failing. That's how you look at your glass half full. If you do fail, at least you tried.
One of the things that I got out of it, Los, is that, you know, it feels good to be able to see somebody still hold their head high going through all of that publicly. You know what I'm saying? To be able to still walk around with it, especially when you have all of these, like I said, the other side of it, because, you know, we sitting here saying positive things about the situation, but there's plenty of other outlets and people who have the exact opposite perspective that we do, and doing the same thing that we are right now, sitting behind a microphone, broadcasting it to the world. So you got to get all of that. And for him to be able to still walk around and hold his head high, that's good motivation, man. Salute to you.
You know what I say to those people who take their platform and say the opposite? Man, fuck you. Man. That's simple. I'm not gonna put a lot of emphasis on the fuck you, because I want you to know that it's a casual fuck you. Like, it's a fuck you and fuck you. Nothing goes with that. Just a fuck you. Not even a
Shout out to Lowe's. That's that Aries power I be getting what this nigga be saying. It's like when you tell somebody fuck you, you have to control your emotions. If you get all mad and fuck you, like, now you lost control. You let them piss you off. I can say fuck you just as calm and it got the same effect. The words have the same meaning. When I cuss people out in traffic, they can't hear me, so I use sign language. I just language the word, cuss words with my mouth. Make the bitch sound with my face. They know that I just called them a bitch without me exerting my energy. I learned that. You don't have to, like, you gotta control your energy.
I'm just a plain fuck you.
Yeah, you don't even get a fuck you, nothing else after that. It's usually the second word that determines the level of anger after the fuck you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's just flat out fuck you. I don't even want to add attachment.
Flat out fuck you, you're not attached to it.
Right.
It's the fuck you motherfucker. It's something come with that.
Right.
That motherfucker add another element.
No, I don't know, I'm frustrated, bro. I'm tired of all my issues as a black person being ignored around this bitch. And then, you know, I know the nature of black people, but I don't know how we would move all at once. Like, I know it's only, you can push a nigga so far before he responds. And I'm wondering, what's the tipping point before niggas just be like, man, I'm tired of this shit.
Everybody got a break.
In this day and time, I think I ain't gonna say we passed that point, but I'm gonna say we passed that point. What I mean by that is, we don't live in the same, it's like, we talk all the time, we in the matrix, bro. Like,
yes, I don't even know how much of this shit is real or what.
It's like, you gotta look at the way the world's set up. It's so easy to just formulate mass groupthink now. It used to be hard to do that 20 years ago. You wanted a group of motherfuckers to think like you.
It took a couple weeks to get
and get with them and talk to them,
and
then come back and talk to them again, and then, you know,
just to make sure they still feel like that.
Y'all youngsters so confused. What is he talking about 20 years ago? You had to you can do that now. No, he's talking about you microwave-minded, instant success motherfuckers who think y'all could just want to snap your finger and be rich, or you could just go on the internet and put on a bandana and throw up a sign. Now you feel like you're in a gang. If you really get killed, that's the only thing that make it work. Back in the day, you had to go out, find a gang, get accepted by the gang, put in work. Like, this is a small example, but that applies to everything. What he's saying, if you wanted a group of people, whether it's not an illegal gang, a legal group of people to follow you, you have to go find the people, get accepted by them, put in the work, like, work, experience. That's the word y'all, the shit y'all missing.
Exactly. Now you can create mass groupthink by just, picking up your phone. So I think the things that we go through, we got to really elevate our way of thinking to be able to navigate the world that we live in, because it's not the same world where tearing up shit is going to have the same results that it did before, because you ain't going to, it's impossible, because there's too many people out there who going to want to record the process and tearing shit up.
Just record shit.
You know what I mean? They going to want to be out there. You supposed to be tearing shit up, but you got, hold up, wait a minute, hold up. I gotta get this on camera. Hold up real quick. Yeah, make it's on.
It's on.
The motherfucking revolution won't be televised, but it will be tweeted, nigga.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like that right there is not the element that is gonna cause the type of change that we need. So I think that we just gotta be, vessels like we are, doing what we do and try to set an example that, it's possible to move around out here and be successful and be happy without changing. Money fell out my pocket.
You got a lot of money.
I mean, I had enough for it to fall out my pocket. I tell you that much.
Yeah, man. Shit definitely needs to change, though. Bro, I've been getting on social media. They doing niggas so bad out here.
I mean, I don't think that's the thing, Los. I don't really think the world has necessarily changed so much.
I know why the world ain't changed. Bro, the world, because this shit is light compared to what's going on in the rest of the world.
Exactly. I don't think the world has changed at all. Like the ability to be able to understand that the world we live in, bro, you gotta have a perspective that allow you to get through the shit day to day.
Yeah.
Ain't that crazy?
Day to day.
You gotta create
That's crazy. Well, how do you get up every day and
mental cope mechanism? That's real.
Man? What's some of your first thoughts when you wake up in the morning as a black man in America?
One of the first things I think about when I wake up is that I got another one. That's the first thing. I got another one.
I thought I was the only one. So every morning I wake up, it take me about 2 minutes to be like,
lose enough motherfuckers, you realize.
I am still alive.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I feel like. Real shit. I wake up like, all right, I got another one. He gave me another one. He gave me another one. So
anybody who don't wake up and be thankful for another day, I don't wish bad on nobody. But once you lose enough motherfuckers, that's how you gonna start thinking. For real. So you might as well just be grateful now. Don't wait till it's too late.
That's the thing. Like, I look at life that way. Like, my perspective on life is different than a lot of people because I dealt with death so early. Like, so, what I mean? I appreciate being alive. So every day I get to be alive, I'm like, I get to be alive. But then when you start trying to navigate all the other shit, oh my God, boy, that's when you got to get creative. Like, I feel like niggas is some of the most brilliant, and I say niggas with passion, because I don't like the negative connotation that's put on that word. And I say this and I stand on this. I think that what that word represents to us and the ability to be able to take something that is negative and, has all of the, just evil that's attached to it and be able to turn it into something that's a term of endearment, speaks to that shit that we gotta get up and do every day.
But
and
see,
it's a reflection of how long we were having to do it.
It's not just a word to me. Nigga is really like my nationality.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a nigga. And I ain't even, I'm a whole nigga.
Me too.
Like a whole, like if they needed somebody to be the epitome of a nigga, like if they needed somebody to be like the face of like a nigga, I'd do it. I don't even know if, it's not even no negative way, bro.
It's like a negative thing. Like, you think about the stuff that, we talking about now.
Because I got two brains. I think of shit. Like, when shit come to me in high processed information, I think of it in, all these different scenarios. But I know that my favorite one is always the nigga scenario in my mind. It's just my whole nigga, everything.
And what makes niggas beautiful is the fact that you don't act on that majority of the time. That's not the thing.
So much nigga shit is just normal.
But you don't, that's what I'm saying, like your ability to be able to navigate when it's time to act like a nigga and when it's time to, fit the description.
So niggas natural actors, we role players. For y'all who missing what he's saying, y'all non-niggas or non-real niggas, what he's saying is when you get to be yourself around your other real niggas, you can relax and be yourself. When you go apply for a job, you can't go in a professional environment on real nigga mode. You can't. I lived in I didn't find out when you were around situations or around people or in cities that's not mostly black.
Yeah, all I gotta do is
You can be yourself, but you're gonna stand out or you can adapt. It's up to you.
You know, what somebody else may look at just so you don't end up having to act like a nigga.
Bro, sometimes I have to check my, like, I'm gonna tell you how you know you being a nigga. Bro, you see the police and you have to adjust anything, you caught yourself being a nigga.
But that's where you from and where you at too. Because in West Michigan, I know that East Michigan, all of them, they got more black officers, so they don't act like that. But West Michigan is more white officers, so it's like a nigga. If I see a police and I'm driving, I'm taking off my hat. It's like they'll pull you over with a hat on. It's little shit like that. You take off this hat. Oh, he got on a hat. He might be a thug. He might be a drug dealer. Like little shit like that. You can't even have shit hanging in your mirror like that. You gotta just adapt.
Like, man, turn this goddamn Gucci man down. I'm out here being a whole nigga right now.
Excuse me. But yeah, I think my favorite nigga activity though is just having on new shoes and keeping them clean.
Oh, yeah. To the point where white people be like, how do you keep your shoes so clean?
Magic.
Oh, they do? Nah, I don't fuck around like that.
Exactly.
That's the number one way that black men keep their shoes and shit clean. That's a life lesson. Don't be out here fucking around like that.
Yeah.
When a nigga tell you, I don't fuck around like that, you gotta respect it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And that's the thing, like the shoes mean so much to us because I think shoes mean so much to niggas because of the walk that we gotta walk in life. We gotta walk a hell of a walk. So if I gotta walk this fucked up walk and I ain't got no choice, look at my shoes.
Nigga, hold on 1 second. Let me get my people in there. Pause. Alright, and we are tuning in live. We are back again. We're talking about some of our favorite nigga activities.
Yes, what a glorious topic that is.
Man, there's so much ground that we gotta cover right now as niggas, because ain't nobody speaking for us. This podcast for us right now.
Yeah. What's some of your nigga activities that you like to indulge in? Let's continue the conversation.
Tell the motherfuckers I'm coming and I ain't coming.
Oh, man.
I'm on my way. That means I'm about to leave the crib.
Right.
Yeah. What else? Some more of my favorite nigga activities. Talking loud in public. Especially when I see somebody I didn't expect to see. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about what you... Hey, buddy, did you keep that? First of all, I'm not your fucking buddy. Don't be condescending. I ain't seen this nigga in years and I don't even know how to get in touch with him. Yeah, I'm excited. Of course we talking loud. Some of my other favorite nigga activities is when white people give you dirty looks and you like, what the fuck you looking at? Oh my God.
You don't make a moment piss on yourself, you do that.
Oh my God.
It's all on themselves in the airport.
Scaring the shit out. I like stopping at the red light. When you act like you don't see them watching you, you be vibing hype to your music. Do that and watch how white people react.
Morning. Right. You know another one of mine, though?
What?
Showing up late.
Yes.
Sometimes I just like to be late
Hey,
sometimes.
motherfucker, fuck it. I don't even like the first part of when shit started. You ever been early? Ain't that lame as fuck? Now you just sitting there waiting on people. And I hope some cool motherfuckers show up, cause this shit, they tricked me on this.
That's what I'm saying. You took that's the thought. You can get to a point where showing up late is cool. But you got to work to get to the point where they
I got to think
happy to
about
see
this.
you whenever you show up.
What if I'm not late? What if I didn't want to be at the whole party? What if I'm only good for an hour and a half, 2 hours of party?
So you planned it
You
like
done
that.
invite
Talk
me
that
to some
area
shit
shit.
that's gonna last 4 to 6 hours. How you mad at me because I showed up for the last 2?
Feel good to be able to do it.
I had to make sure the shit was fun.
Yeah, You ever showed up
It's
somewhere?
your party. It ain't even about me.
You ever showed up somewhere that was told to you prior to you getting there how awesome it was gonna be, and then you arrived?
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. That right there take the wind out your sails, because when you get to a certain point, you don't really be wanting to go fuck with nothing anyway. And you hit it, man. I'm telling you, boy, man, we about to be crazy. And man, I'm trying to tell you, stuff is going down, man. As soon as you walk in the door, bottles, niggas throwing money, titties, everything. Stuff is going down. We got to, and then you get in there, and these niggas looking at you like, yeah, man, I don't know, man. I don't know what happened, bro. I guess. We waiting on some people to walk up.
Yeah.
We're going to turn up later, bro. Like, we really just sit down and just chill. We got the chill game going over there. You can jump in that, play the next four shots until we wait for the bitches to come.
Bro, you ever been somewhere? I was just about to ask you. You ever been somewhere and the hoes didn't show up?
No, my goodness. That is an awkward conversation, boy. When that moment you realize it's over and they not coming, whoo! Who's gonna take the rap for that one? So that's gonna be
We need some
tough.
silence for this one, because this is a very touchy subject.
That's
and I feel like you the perfect nigga to ask about this. We're gonna do this with as much respect as we can.
Of course.
But
It's all with respect.
we live in a world where hoes do exist.
Yes.
And I don't want this to be taken the wrong way. I don't want regular women to be listening to this and then associate themselves with what we talking about. Because we're really talking straight and directly to the hoes right now. So if you're not a hoe, this ain't got nothing to do with you.
No, and then please don't be mad or think that we mean any disrespect by trying to enhance the hoes.
It's niggas who want to hear this right now.
Because
that's what we talking to.
That's what it is. So
how important, to the hoes that's listening,
right?
Let them know how important them showing up to shit when they say they are is.
Listen, ladies. I'm sorry, not the ladies.
There you go.
Hoes.
That's what's going to confuse them.
Yeah,
we're not talking to the ladies.
We're not talking to the ladies. Hoes, listen. You have to understand as a man, it's a very unique process to be in position where you expect some hoes to show up. Like, niggas gotta be out here winning. We gotta walk that walk. Our shoes gotta be clean for us. So I ain't got time to just always be fucking around waiting on the hoes. But when I do have that time, I really need the hoes to show up. Because that excitement that you give yourself about the hoes coming, now, it's not that anything is going to happen. It's not that we have any expectation, but it's just the fact
hoes
that
make the whole atmosphere better.
Change the atmosphere.
Yeah.
The energy change when hoes walk in the room.
So all y'all hoe haters, stop
when
hating.
the hoes don't show up, all that energy that you was waiting on, it's like a Rocky fight. Niggas is in there doing push-ups,
Let me ask you.
taking shots.
Let me ask
You know what I'm saying? Running to
You
the
ever got
stove
that
3-4
phone call
times.
from a nigga who there already, and he hit you with a sense of urgency, say, nigga, where the fuck you at? I'm on my way. Why? Nigga, hurry up. It's so many goddamn hoes in this bitch. Most of the fun that you have had in your life as a nigga involved that phrase right there. Nigga. If you went to some shit and it wasn't so many goddamn hoes, I bet you that shit was lame as fuck.
I believe it. All the way live. Because it's like,
every time you ask a nigga how some shit was, that's his first statement.
Man,
bro, how was
so
the
many
crew?
hoes.
Nigga with so many goddamn hoes on that boat. Whoa! He might not have talked to none of them, but they was there.
Exactly. And even
he was with his wife.
Even though he couldn't talk with none of them, that's what I was doing, bro. The fact that he can talk about them now, all his niggas just want to have that conversation. So tell me about these hoes. Because his perspective is just he appreciates the fact that he was there with him. It don't have nothing to do with his intent.
If you think we capping right now, watch a nigga listen to another nigga tell him about a spot where some hoes was at.
Oh, big smile.
Bro, tell me about a place you went where it was just a goop goggle of hoes.
Man, a goop goggle of
a whole bunch of
I went
hoes.
to Jamaica.
There was a bunch of hoes over there?
And they had one of them fly away. Listen, let me tell you something about them type of events.
Man, they stupid. He ain't lying.
Because you have the people there that are in
Just the
relationships.
thought of anywhere filled with hoes make a nigga cheese and dream like, I can imagine like that's equivalent to seeing like a beach with the scenery in the background, with the sun setting, and then like the good weather day, like a perfect scenery with like it's equivalent to that. Like, all the hoes. That's hilarious.
Simps and they there to have a good time. But then you got the hoes. And the unique aspect about those type of situations is the age range for whole attendance is widened drastically. So you have the young hoes, the middle-aged hoes, and the original hoes.
The original.
And they all there together. And it's like,
the
you
whole
don't even know how to navigate that because you used to seeing the hoes.
Because it's 3 different approaches.
The original
like
hoes.
The old hoes is on you.
Yeah.
On top. Come on, let's go get some drinks. Where y'all gonna be at? We about to go change. The old hoes is giving you much
Walking
play.
up to you singing some Betty Wright.
The young hoes don't even speak to each other the night before y'all fly out.
Off something you don't even drink. She on some Maker's Mark. You don't even think women can drink
She
that.
drinking Crown Royal Black straight out the
Straight out
bottle.
the bottle.
Her and a fat
Office
bitch
flavor.
and that.
Big and that. And they gonna do
And that
whatever it
bitch drunk
is.
the whole trip.
you
She
want.
sweating. She drunk the whole trip. She dragged her feet in the flip flop. Big ass ankle.
Dancing to everything.
Come
So
on, man.
it was just the fact that,
So
like I
what you
said,
make?
you used to seeing the hoes that you used to being around. And you can get kind of blinded by the spectrum of that being all that there
Because
is.
you get comfortable.
Yeah.
Especially if you're always around 3 or 4 hoes. I mean, because that's you winning in life.
Exactly. And when you open it up to where you see that big range, it's like, wow.
You know where a lot of
going
hoes
on
at
for a
right
long
now?
time.
That's why I know the future probably is gonna be okay. You know where it's a lot of hoes at?
Where?
A whole lot of hoes.
Where?
College.
Ah.
It's so many hoes. Brown performed in college.
College is
They looked like they had just a college full of strippers. These motherfuckers were so fine. I was like, oh Lord, she
I've been to those
get me the
types of
fuck
colleges.
out of here.
You gotta leave.
Bro,
You
some of
got
these
to leave.
HBCUs are fucking amazing. Just a college full
Oh,
of
my God.
young, grown ass, fine women. Young grown. You heard what I said?
Young grown.
Young grown women. And that's the thing. The crazy part is, no matter where you go into the spectrum, you always around some hoes in that environment. Because, like we said, all the women there are not hoes, but there are hoes there. And they
You know
got
who I gotta
a whole
shout out?
different perspective than the hoes that when you was in college.
You know who I got to shout out right now? All the niggas who got a job and a bunch of hoes work there. I don't know what your job is. You might work in a warehouse or something, an office building, but if it's a bunch of hoes in there, you winning, my nigga.
Man, it's
Because there's
insane.
so much
And
potential.
that's the thing that you got to, when I saw that many in regards to all of them being in the same place, it made me realize how the way that the hoes approach the situation is dependent upon the time.
What is it about the hoes?
But listen, the old hoes, they not gonna have the same intensity as the young hoes. Like we did in college, and that song came on, the real ass bitch give a fuck about a nigga, big Birkin bag, hold 5, 6 feet. And I'm talking about, we watched a room full of young women said they fucking on a scamming ass, rich ass nigga. I said, whoa, the game and changed.
Bro, the game
Because when I was in college, they was not fucking on scamming ass rich ass nigga.
It was like
You had
one
to be
chick
in
fucking
love. And yeah, she was very unique because she
And she was a hoe.
a whole one, but it was one. And you had to take the risk of dealing with the scamming ass rich ass niggas to even fucking with it.
What is it about the hoes?
Man, listen, I don't know. I think the hoes just don't understand their value and their worth. Like it's
Right.
bigger than sex.
Hoes
You provide an
inspire me.
environment.
Like I'm an entertainer, right? Comedian / entertainer. I'm inspired by what the hoes feel about what I create.
Yeah.
Because I know that niggas are very objective anyway, and it's hard to pull fast when they niggas. And I don't fault them for that because niggas is just niggas. Niggas like what they like.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Right.
So in the entertainment world, we're gonna go back to Pac, my nigga Pac, rest in peace. He told Biggie, make music for the bitches. Niggas buy what bitches want. Same thing, bitches is hoes. So if the hoes like your music or your comedy or your whatever entertainment you doing, oh, I wanna like okay, let's go to music first. When you pull up and there's some hoes out, and if you see some bitches dancing to what you playing, oh, I like that, that's my shit. You gonna feel like whoever song that is, gonna feel like mission accomplished. The hoes like my shit. So if the hoes like my shit, now niggas see the hoes reacting, so niggas wondering, damn, who is that they're reacting to? So now, You want to pull up and you want them hoes to react when you play, so you want to go get that same music. That's how it works.
And then some niggas ain't never
time when niggas gonna be able to
hate it every week.
exactly. You know what I mean? And talk all the craziness in the world. But that's the thing. The hoes provide ease from those type of situations. Like it's the value. And that's the thing. Like I think one of the things is that women are, you know, ashamed of being called a hoe, being a hoe. But the reality is, I think if you just realize what it is you bring to the game and embrace that, then it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because everybody ain't everything.
Yeah.
I never go to the NBA, but I don't desire to. And that's just the way I approach it. You know what I mean? I'm not worried about something that is.
I live at the time. I don't never say never. I don't know what the fuck might happen.
No, I ain't good.
I don't know what the world is.
Not what I expect.
Stranger things.
Stranger things have happened. But I mean,
I leave my life open to all kinds of
I'm not going to
possibilities.
the
I respect that.
I've done so much shit I never thought that I would do.
Now I agree with that, but you know, I'm talking about just in regards to.
See, let me split that statement up, because there's a lot of weird motherfuckers who gonna take that statement. Well, what the fuck you do, Los? None of that goof ass shit you thought when you heard that, nigga. Training like this.
But I mean, the hoes just the fact that they're hoe, and it's okay to be a hoe if that's what you are. But be a
Remember
real hoe.
hoes back in the day?
Oh man, hoes back in the day. But do you remember hoes before you had hoes?
Yeah.
Hoes
you remember
before
how
I
you
had
had
hoes. The hoes I seen
remember
before I had
first
hoes
got
turned
out
into the
with
nigga I am.
Oh man.
Nigga, the only reason I wanted my license was to ride with hoes, go get some hoes.
Hoes or track hoes.
That's what's crazy is how the game is
Every
changed.
young man that's his whole motivation, get the car and get to where the hoes is.
The game that changed is you had to have a car to get to where the hoes was at, and you didn't know.
Listen, what they saying. You gotta have a car to get to where the hoes is at. They might take it deeper, but I'm gonna take it deeper first. A lot of niggas pick the car they get, not because their own personal reasons, like I want this favorite color, I want this favorite that to please me. No. A lot of niggas pick their car based on, oh, them bitches go crazy when they see niggas and shit like this. Them bitches like this color. The same thing I said about music entertainment. Niggas pick cars based on they want to get more hoes.
What the hoes was till you got there.
But you gotta look at like we talked about the other side of the spectrum. You gotta keep in mind, these hoes was on the other side of town trying to do the exact same thing too. Some of them were. Some of them hoes was just sitting over there waiting on a nigga to get his license to come get her hoe ass. Some hoes put just as much effort into giving us pussy as we did to get it.
Yeah, and I think you gotta be older to recognize
that. Exactly. That was the nature of the game back then. Now, like I couldn't imagine when I was in high school if I knew what the hoes at any other high school other than the one that I was going to looked like. Immediately, I didn't know what none of the hoes expect
in America.
Like,
in America.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't a dumb about. I was around the hoes I went to school with and the hoes I lived around. And however I was able or capable to move around was depending upon what hoes I saw in other places.
Damn, that's crazy to hear somebody say that. Lucky for me, I had an older cousin, rest in peace, Rail. He had his license at like 16, so when I'm 14, we had Ottawa, we had Creston, we had Central. I'm at the high schools before I'm even in high school. I knew like, oh, I want to go there because it looked hype by the time I get in high school. I knew where I wanted to go. I seen all the older people, what they was doing. I seen, we had some gang banging that came and died, GDs and VLs, like they was in that shit heavy in high school before I got there. By the time I got to high school, that shit died down, but I seen all that shit. So to hear somebody say they can only focus on their school, that's crazy to me. And you was from Washington?
Getting a vehicle and being able to explore places that you never explored. Now you can sit in your house as a high school student and scroll through the whole.
Oh, that's the whole world then. That's more than just. That's more than just.
Immediately be able to contact her and say, "Hey, what's good with you? I'm on my way right."
He took it to another level. That's more than just me riding outside, seeing some chicks come outside and get on the bus. He can really reach out and talk to these chicks from other schools in your city and out of your city. Y'all got access to the whole fucking world.
Right now, that was a process.
But think about all the hoes who wanted to give you some pussy in high school. Oh, they believed in you first.
Yeah, that's very true.
Bro, you gotta reach out
no,
to
they just thought you was.
Like, girl, this was
they didn't really know you was talented. There's different ways, levels of
pussy
pussy
you ever got in your life led you up into this moment.
Exactly. And every piece of pussy that you ever got in your life was given to you. You ain't never went out and
Nobody ever went and got no.
And you ain't never got no pussy. Every
the way it's
that
worded.
was ever given to you was given to you.
Oh.
Wouldn't that be cool though? You could convince somebody to give you some pussy.
That would be some
It
ill
ain't story
shit.
sad enough that somebody gonna be like,
Oh my God.
really?
That happened to you?
Let me run to the house real quick and get a shot. You need some pussy.
That's never gonna be. It's not gonna be the payment. You would think you can't if that happened to you. You know what I mean? That's how
You think you look around for cameras and
people
shit?
really, devalue what it means to really be given some pussy. That means you are the nigga that is worthy of getting some pussy.
Oh my God.
And the older you get in your life and the more mature you become as a man, to be able to say, I'm worthy of getting some pussy is something that comes with a whole lot of requirement on the man's
You
side.
know one phrase that has made me the happiest in my adult life?
What's that?
All like in my whole adult life. Nothing makes me happier. Well, it's a few things, but this phrase really fucking it really lights my
There's a
life.
few things.
When a girl come up to you like at a party out socially, she say, you know my homegirl wanna give you some pussy. My mind, it's like that is the fucking that's the finale at the 4th of July.
I don't got just like me. She just say some fly nigga and chose
It takes
me.
like a few minutes just to process.
You gotta hold it in.
Before I even ask who.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I don't give a fuck who it is.
It's just the
I
thought
know
that I've been
somebody
chose
somewhere
off my style
wants to
alone.
give me some pussy.
And you
whether I ever get it or not,
Listen,
I want it, my
Let me
nigga.
tell you something, man, about that right there. That mean you gotta think about the reality of what that means to you as a nigga.
That shit, I'm a thought.
But bigger than that, she talked about fucking you so much that another motherfucker had to come tell you about it.
You
You
got
know how much
that.
conversation they had to have behind this,
Ah!
No,